Today we're just going to be making a second pattern in the series of patterns that I'm releasing every Friday. And again, the same as before, the pattern that is going to get the most likes and comments, that's the pattern that I'm going to use to design a new cardigan, and then we can make that together. Or it might be a coat, it just depends on the pattern. So this is the second one in that series. So I don't know if you can see it, but it's got like little bubbles there, like so. And again, it's a thick one, but it does have like little gaps. It's very airy, and this would be a really good one for a cardigan or even a baby blanket or a throw. Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to be using a DK yarn for my sample. Okay, and I've got a 4mm hook and also a couple of stitch markers that I'm going to use for the end and the beginning. So go ahead and do your first stitch like so on your hook, and you will need a multiples of 6 plus 3. So if you're making a baby blanket or any blanket really, or a throw, please make sure that once you've got your desired size, that you count your stitches to make sure that there's multiples of 6 plus 3. I'm gonna do 27 because this is for my sample, and I'm gonna meet you once we all have the desired length of our chain, and we're gonna start row number 1 together. So I've got my 27 stitches and I'm ready to start row number 1. I hope you have your chain ready as well, so we can start together. For this pattern, you would need to know how to do double crochets, front post double crochets and back post double crochets, as well as chains, but we've made the chain, so far so good. Okay, in the 6th chain from the hook, we're gonna do 5 double crochets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So in this chain here, we're gonna do 5 double crochets. So yarn over, insert your hook in there, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, and that's your double crochet. So in that same stitch, we're going to do 4 more. So go ahead and do 4 more double crochets into that same stitch. Now this is the time, once you've done those 5, if you're using stitch markers, to also place a stitch marker over here. So this chain will count as a double crochet. So any chains that we do at the end or the beginning of each row will count as double crochets. Okay, so we've done our 5 double crochets in the 6th chain from the hook. We're going to skip 2 chains, so 1, 2, and in this 3rd chain we're going to do a double crochet. So yarn over, insert your hook into that chain, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, then we're gonna do another 5 double crochets in the 3rd chain from this one here. So 1, 2, 3. So in this 3rd one here, we're gonna do 5 double crochets, the same as we've done before. Okay, so do your 5 double crochets in there. Again, we're going to skip 2, and in this third chain we're going to do a single double crochet. Sorry guys, we're just going to do 1 double crochet is what I meant to say. Okay, and you're going to continue with this pattern. So you're going to skip 2, and in this third one you're going to do 5 double crochets, then you're going to skip 2, and then you're going to do 1 double crochet, and so on. Keep on going with this pattern, and I'm going to meet you once we come to the end of that row. We're going to finish this row together, and then we're going to start on row number 2. So I've come to the end of that row 1, and I've got 3 stitches left. You should have 3 stitches as well. If you don't, please just go back and double check your work, or double check that you've started with a chain that has multiples of 6 plus 3, because now while you're at the beginning, it's best to iron those things out. What we are left to do is to do a double crochet in this first stitch here, like so. Okay, I'm just going to tighten this a little bit more, and we're going to chain 3. Please remember that this chain 3 will count as a double crochet. Turn your work. We're going to start a row number 2 by doing 2 double crochets into this same stitch where the chain 3 is coming from. So go ahead and do 2 double crochets into that same stitch. That's 1 and 2. And now it's a good opportunity for you to place a stitch marker over here in the chain 2. Just a reminder that we do count that as a stitch. Next, we're going to do a back post double crochet. So what we'll do is we're going to skip this stitch here, and we're going to do back post double crochets, catching all these 3 double crochets posts. Okay, so yarn over, go from the back of that shell there. Okay, insert your hook just after the first post, catch the 3 posts, so 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that's going to take you towards the end of that shell over there. Okay, insert your hook there, yarn over, pull through. Okay, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, so you've done back post double crochet. Next, we're going to do 5 double crochets in this chain here. Okay, so we've cut those 3. We're going to skip 1, which is this one, and then in this stitch here, so this is the stitch that comes from the double crochet, just a single double crochet. So in that stitch we're going to do 5 double crochets. So go ahead and do 5 double crochets into that stitch there. I've got 4 and 5. Next we are up to this shell again, which means that we're going to do another back post double crochet. So yarn over, insert your hook at the back. Okay, so you're going to insert it just after that first post, catch the 3 posts of your shell and insert your hook right over here between the 4th and the 5th, and it should look from the back something like this. Yarn over, pull through all of that, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And that's the pattern that we're going to follow. So you're going to skip this stitch, and in the next one we're going to do 5 double crochets. So follow this pattern. So you're going to do, let me just pull this. You're going to do 5 double crochets in there. You're going to do back post double, and you're going to catch those 3, then 5 double crochets into that stitch there where the single double crochet is, and back post double. So I'm going to meet you once we're at the end of that row. We're going to finish row 2 together, and then we're going to start on row number 3. I'm coming towards the end of row 2, so I've got this last cluster to do, and I need to do back post double crochet in there. So your pattern or your project should be the same. And now we are left with this little chain that we've started with, and what we'll do for this is we're going to do 3 double crochets right there in that chain space, because it does count as a double crochet, the chain. That's 2 and 3. So we finished row number 2. Let's start on row number 3. To start on row number 3, we're gonna chain 3, and again this chain 3 does count as double crochet. I'm gonna just take the stitch marker from there and turn your work. You might have noticed now in your project, once you turn it on the right side, you're starting to see this like little bubbles there. So it's starting to take shape. So what we'll do for row 3 is we're going to skip these 3 stitches, and in this 4th one, this is the one where we did the back post double crochet. This one here is we're going to make 5 double crochets. So go ahead and do 5 double crochets into that 4th stitch there. I'm just going to place a stitch marker in there to that chain space, because that does count as a stitch. So we've come to another shell. What we'll do for this is we're going to do a front post double crochet. This is going to be very much a mirror of what we've done with the back post double. So yarn over, you're going to skip this first double crochet. You're going to insert your hook in that space there, and you're going to bring up the hook. You're going to capture those 3 posts, bring the hook out, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So you've done a front post double crochet. Next, we're going to do another set of 5 double crochet cluster in this chain here. So this is the one that is coming from the back post double on the previous row. So skip 1 stitch, and in the next one you're going to do 5 double crochets. So go ahead and make those. So that's 4 and 5, and again we are up to the next cluster, so we're going to do a front post double. So insert your hook just after that first pillar there and bring it out after 3 pillars like so. You're going to capture those 3, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and again skip 1, and in this one here you're going to do 5 double crochets. So continue with this pattern all along row number 3. I'm going to meet you once you're coming to the end of that row. We're going to finish this together, and then we're going to start on row number 4. However, row number 4 is a repeat of row 2. This pattern is very much a 2-row repeat of rows 2 and 3. But I'm going to start row 4 with you just to get you going, and yeah, that will be it really. I'm coming towards the end of row number 3, so I've done my cluster of 5 double crochets in there, and then in this last chain, so this is a chain 3 space that we've made, you're going to do a double crochet, just a single double crochet, and then chain 3, turn your work, and this is going to be a repeat of a row 2, which means that you're going to do 2 double crochets into this same stitch. So go ahead and do that. So 2 double crochets into that stitch, same stitch, and again use this opportunity to just pop in a stitch marker into that chain 3, because that does count as a stitch. And you're going to continue in this pattern. So you're going to do back post double, capturing those 3 double crochet posts in the middle of the cluster. Okay, then you're going to do 5 double crochets in there. So you're going to skip that stitch, and in here you're going to do 5 double crochets, back post double. Okay, in this chain here, so this is your front post double from the previous row, you're going to do 5 double crochet, back post double, and so on. On the next row, instead of doing back post double, you're going to do front post. I'm going to continue with this pattern for a few more rows, and I'll get back after just to show you the end result and take some pictures of it really. Keep crocheting. I'm coming towards the end of this row for my sample. All I'm left to do is to do a double crochet. I'm going to chain 1 and pull my yarn through just to show you. So this is what our pattern looks like. I really like this pattern. It's very textured, and it's going to keep you warm if you're doing a blanket or a cardigan with it. I'm not 100% sure if a coat will be a good thing to do with this, but it is a possibility, definitely for like a spring or autumn coat. It's sort of similar to the first pattern we did. I'm just going to quickly show you that first one that we did in this series. So that's the first one, this is the second one. So they're both sort of like very textured. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please consider subscribing to my channel, give this video a thumb up, and I will see you on the next upload. Thank you all for joining me, and I hope you have a lovely day. Bye bye.